Rare images that'll make you say, damn, that's rare. Took me a minute to realize that this wasn't CGI. This is a giant isopod, a deep-sea crustacean commonly served as an expensive delicacy in Eastern Asia. This is how a Command K-MAX prepares for liftoff. The aircraft has a distinctive system, two-bladed rotors that counter-rotate in different directions before intermeshing, eliminating any need for a tail rotor. Check out this cool crystalline pattern by which water seeps through a roof. An optical illusion is formed from refracted light as it passes through each water droplet, which simultaneously acts as tiny lenses. I had no idea anteaters were this big until I saw one playing next to a human person. Also, hold up a second. Which part's the head? This was the moment a fireball exploded over Argentina after infiltrating Earth's atmosphere at compressed high speeds. This is the Agni Prime ballistic missile, India's new military weapon capable of firing from any railway network within the country, ensuring rapid deployment and operational flexibility. Looks like Samurai Jack got an insane power-up. This is a demo of a real electrically charged samurai sword. The sword operates on a Tesla coil, which generates extremely high voltage AC currents that create a plasma arc. This intimidating pose from a rhombic Easter egg snake is pure bluff. They are a non-venomous, harmless species that mimic other venomous snakes like vipers in order to scare off predators. What a little bit. These are images of the Emerald Lake, a beautiful natural wonder located within the crater of an active volcano in New Zealand. Meals like these always increase my admiration for Japanese cuisine. This highly technical dish is called omeris, an extremely difficult meal to prepare using eggs at just the right temperature to coat a mold of fried rice. This surveillance footage shows the heroic moment a woman subdued a home intruder using jujitsu techniques, although she claimed to have never received any form of combative training. What do y'all think? This is a water wintermelon hybrid, a successfully grafted fusion fruit harvested in China. This was the invigorating moment a group of locals rescued a sea turtle trapped underneath a heap of sand after a recent hurricane in Mexico. This is the world's quietest place, so silent you can hear your own heartbeat in internal blood flow. The room is lined with thick fiberglass wedges that absorb 99.9% of sound and has a record-defining ambient sound of minus 24.9 decibels. This is an aerial view of Black Rock City in Nevada, a custom-built temporary city erected annually to host the Burning Man event, a sanctuary for art, music, expression, and creativity. This praying mantis has been neatly encased in a solid piece of amber for approximately 30 million years. Someone said it prayed and amber heard. I laughed so hard I queefed, and that's saying something because I'm a guy. This is footage of a terrific landslide that destroyed several houses and properties in a Norwegian village. So this is what a prepped heart ready to be transported through an organ care system plane looks like. So weird to see a real heart beating outside a chest. Not that I've seen many hearts beating inside chest before. Just to be clear, I haven't seen any dismembered hearts beating before. That one's for my FBI agent, just in case he's listening. Hey, Bob.
What up, Timothy?
Wait, what the fuck? This is what happens when you stand atop an oceanic blowhole in Las Galeras. Although not advised, this is completely harmless. Sorry, Elphaba. These kids are better at defying gravity. This Taekwondo demonstration is so synchronized, it looks like they have a hive mind. This aerodynamic experiment using helium-filled bubbles revealed why owls are capable of silent flight. Their wings produce smaller vortices in the air and are designed to minimize disruptive airflow. This is the inventor of the coolest water gun in toy history. He also got ripped off by Hasbro. After appealing to get his rightful compensation for the Super Soaker, Lonnie Johnson was awarded $73 million in unpaid royalties 21 years later. This has to be the most deer-looking deer I've ever seen. Look at that coat. Did you know the axis deer is one of 4 primary deer species to retain its white spots till adulthood? So this is insane. In Satan Province, Thailand, flood levels are currently at an all-time high, even completely submerging rescue trucks attempting to rescue villagers. So this is pretty ominous. No one knows why a kettle of vultures was hovering over this community church, but I do. This is how you know I've pulled up to the function.
Oh my god, you're so corny, bro.
This CCTV footage restored my faith in humanity after a bus passenger tossed over his umbrella to aid a traffic officer under the pouring rain. This ethereal photo deserves every single one of its awards, a masterpiece captured by Joshua Cripps. This was probably the most avoidable arrest in history. These are merged footages of a college student in Ohio who thought shit was funny, sneaking into the back seat of a cop car. She was jailed for criminal mischief. Did you know all 4 episodes of Netflix's Adolescence were filmed under 1 hour in a single continuous take? The concept of that is just insane to me. Every single thing had to be downright perfect. Filmmaking is simply amazing. I bet you've never seen a front flip this clean. Streets say this is a game-changing move during a field sobriety test. This is outrageously insane. This Czech millionaire, Radom Passer's crazy speed run in Germany where he hit 414 kilometers per hour with his Bugatti Chiron. This recording of an Airbus Airbus A320 crew shows their plane deciding to skip de-icing and let aerodynamic forces do the job. This is extremely dangerous and has literally led to plane crashes and horrible fatalities in the past. Any pilot that attempts this would be fired. Both monkeys in this simulation were rewarded with different fruits, a plain cucumber, and a far more desirable grape after executing the same task. The cucumber monkey protested. This footage from the ESA shows a massive shockwave traveling across the sun after an intense solar flare, a phenomenon 200 times the size of the Earth. This still showing President Donald Trump walking past a fallen American flag has stirred heavy backlash. This celestial view of a solar eclipse from the cockpit of a plane looks like something out of Star Wars. Truly fascinating stuff, man. This was a live coverage of the Hongqi Bridge collapse in China just a few months after it was open to the public. Meet Mama, a 59-year-old chimpanzee who was too weak to eat and drink during her last days of life until a farewell visit from her first caregiver. She instantly recognized him even after 40 years and died shortly after their heartwarming reunion, experiencing joy in her final hours. The bizarre-looking plant is called the beehive ginger, and it produces a sap that can be used as natural shampoo. I know exactly what y'all are thinking, you dirty-minded bunch. This was the moment a drone operator accidentally filmed a man being chased by a wild bear through a snowy forest in Russia. This dash cam footage shows an accident in Wales caused by a driver's negligence. The driver ignored his misty windscreen while driving into the low sun. This obscured his vision, leading to a heavy collision. He was charged with a 36-week prison sentence and a full-year driving ban. In 2020, former U.S. Marine and Special Agent George Hood officially broke the Guinness World Record for the longest time holding the plank position, making an astounding record entry of 8 hours and 15 minutes. He was 62 years old and only beat me by 8 hours, 14 minutes, and 30 seconds. This is actually so impressive. This has got to be the most precise truck parking I've ever witnessed. Look how easily its entire length and girth fit into that very tight space. This high schooler can throw fastballs at 101 miles per hour, and he's only in grade 10. This inclusive device by French inventor Arthur Chazelle allows visually impaired fans to experience live sports through touch. The Touch 2C system provides haptic feedback during key moments in the game, using artificial intelligence, magnetism, and cameras stationed around the sports field to track the ball's location in real time. This is a classic survival hack, but how does it work exactly? Come close, I'll tell you. It's simple. The wrap is used to create a short circuit across the battery's terminals and quickly generates heat due to electrical resistance, producing a small flame. This video of a woman changing her parrot's diaper could either be the cutest or the most questionable video you see on YouTube today. I didn't even know parrots wore diapers. I had my heart in my mouth while watching this. In the northern part of India, a nurse named Kamla Devi bravely crossed a raging river to tend to and vaccinate a newborn, saying, and I quote, "I was worried about the baby. The mother couldn't come for immunization because of the weather, so I thought I should reach them." Meet Father Sergio Benitez, priest by day, masked luchador by night. In order to continuously cater for the children at his orphanage in Mexico, Sergio doubled as a secret wrestler, a desperate attempt at raising money. His secret career spanned 2 decades, helping him provide food and education for over 2,000 children. This is the sheer power of an industrial-grade exhaust fan. I wonder if I can have one of these in my toilet for when my wife uses it.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
For the first time in 60 years, the Russian government will be unable to send its astronauts to space. This is due to a recent accident that occurred during the launch of the Soyuz MS-28 spacecraft on Thursday, and restoring the pad could take up to 2 years. This is a classical optical illusion. The umbrella's ability to physically pass through is owing to principles of specific geometry. So this is hilarious. I swear this is the kind of luck I have. I guess you could say bro might have gotten a little carried away while trying to be a gentleman. This boat moves so fast it looks like it's flying over the water. It's the Fjordling 17, known for its deep V-hull and unique design which allows it to do this. I bet you didn't know this, but snakes drink water by using a sponge-like mechanism within their mouths, or in some cases, by creating a seal to suck it up like a straw. The sponge method involves unfolding soft tissues in their lower jaw, which have gaps that absorb water. Muscle action then squeezes the water down the throat. This rare footage provides an internal view of the Chernobyl Safe Confinement, the world's largest mobile land structure designed to enclose and monitor the nuclear remains of the 1986 nuclear disaster for at least 100 years. This seems worse than what I provide my prisoners with in Prison Architect. These micro rooms are rented out for $1 per day in China. The space is a measly 16 inches wide, 5 feet high cubicle with a thin mattress, a single outlet, and a wall-mounted television. This is actually really clever. This collared crow is using the smoke and ash from this small forest fire to snuff out the bugs in its feathers. The concerning question is, did it start the fire? We actually asked the bird for a statement on this, but it refused to give us one. This is due to the fact that birds can't talk. So this is how India produces its famed silk from silkworms. The worms are raised and fed with mulberry leaves for weeks. Mature silkworms soon spin a cocoon of silk around themselves as they enter the pupa stage. They are harvested and submerged in boiling water, seamlessly retrieving the threads, which are then twisted into yarn. This is a visual contrast between a spectators in a pilot's POV during a Blue Angels flight show in Chicago, where high-speed yet coordinated close-knit maneuvers are aerially executed. Now, this is new levels of despicable. In Italy, a 56-year-old man had been impersonating his deceased mother for years, illegally collecting her annual pension. Fortunately, he was busted after a failed operation on November 11th led to the discovery of his mother's corpse stashed in his home by Italian authorities. This was the awe-inspiring moment a young paraplegic girl successfully completed the 7,000 steps of Mount Taishan using her bare hands, a feat that took over 55 hours of continuous effort. The writer's room for Final Destination is gonna love this. This scenic POV is from an alpine waterslide in China. I guess the park already gave her this complimentary body bag in case she fell off the mountainside. This was the moment the Tatra Tactic A10 4x4 truck set the world record for ascending the highest incline after climbing an artificially engineered obstacle with a 7.5 meter high peak and a 55-degree incline. This recorded live stream captures the moment Carney Jared set the world record for finishing the Guitar Hero game through the fire and flames at 200% speed. This insane feat cost him over 50,000 failed attempts and 1 full year of practice. Here's proof our planet isn't flat. The constantly changing curves and loops formed by the shadows demonstrate the sun's orbital pattern, consistent with proofs of a spherical Earth. Japanese ice cream maker Akagi Nugyo released a 1-minute TV ad apologizing for raising the price of its famous ice pops from 60 yen to 70 yen, their first price hike in 25 years. This is a view of the Qiantang River, home to the world's most powerful tidal bore, a unique phenomenon that causes incoming tides to form an upstream wave that opposes the river's natural flow, making it look like rows of sand. These rare photos of stunning, minuscule mushrooms were captured by New Zealand photographer Ryan Dale through macro photography. Feel free to pause if you need more time with these masterpieces. This poor guy just attempted to eat a fireworm, tiny devils covered in tinier bristles that inject a toxin which creates an intense burning irritation on contact.